I knew something was wrong the moment she walked into the room, because she wouldn't meet my eyes. Her hands trembled, her breathing was shallow, and she kept pressing her lips together like she was holding something inside that might explode. And then she said the words that shattered everything. I slept with him, with my boss. The world around me didn't just stop. It collapsed inward, slow and suffocating, like a building giving way piece by piece. I didn't shout. I didn't break anything. I just stared at her, feeling my heartbeat slow to something dark and heavy. Her voice cracked. And I'd do it again. That was the exact moment something inside me died. The breaking point. I had always believed betrayal would show itself like a dramatic scene. Shouting, thrown objects, slammed doors. But real betrayal, real heartbreak, it arrives quietly. A whisper that steals the air from your lungs. Say something, she whispered, rubbing her wrist as if it burned. What do you want me to say? My voice felt foreign, like it came from someone standing behind me. That you understand, she said. Understand. She was shaking, but there was something else beneath it. Defiance. Pride. The kind of pride that terrified me. How long? Asked. She blinked fast. A few months. His name. You know him, she said, swallowing hard. Daniel. Her boss. The man she once described as annoyingly charming. The room tilted slightly. And you'd do it again. I repeated, because I needed to hear her say it one more time to know I wasn't dreaming. She nodded. A knife would have hurt less. 2. The first cracks were always there. We weren't perfect. No one is. But looking back, the signs were there. The late nights. The sudden need for privacy. The new perfume she insisted she just wanted to try. The distance that grew between us. Not suddenly, but slowly, like a rope fraying thread by thread. I just didn't expect the rope to snap like this. Why? I asked, voice barely more than a whisper. She looked down, brushing a tear away with her thumb as if she refused to let it fall. I felt, she exhaled. I felt seen. He listens. He compliments me. He makes me feel alive. And I didn't. Ask. My question sliced through her composure. She winced. You're safe, she whispered. If. The word felt like poison. He made me feel wanted, she said. Desired. And you'd do it again, I finished for her, because I couldn't bear hearing her say it again. She just closed her eyes. 3. The room of unspoken words. I walked to the window, trying to breathe through the thick fog in my chest. Outside, the street looked normal. Cars passed. Kid rode a bike. Couple walked a dog. Life continued, indifferent to my world burning down. This wasn't a mistake, was it? Asked. No, she whispered. Not a moment of weakness. No. Not something you regret. Her silence was my answer. And strangely, that hurt even more. Why tell me now? Asked. Because I thought you deserved the truth, she said. And because I think I'm leaving. Something inside me twisted. I turned to her. For him. She shrugged helplessly. For myself. For the moment I broke. You know, I said, I gave up a lot for us. She looked up sharply, as if the weight of what I said pulled her attention. I turned down promotions because you said the hours would be too much, I continued. I stopped traveling because you said the distance made you anxious. I did everything I could to be the husband you wanted. I didn't ask you to. Yes, you did, I said quietly. You just didn't use words. Her lips parted, then closed again. I stayed, I whispered. Even when you stopped trying. Even when you started treating me like furniture. That struck her. Her eyes widened, and for the first time, I saw guilt slip through her composed shell. You think I don't know when love leaves a room? Yes. Yours left months ago. Long before you walked into his office. Her breath hitched. I'm sorry, she whispered. Are you? Yes. She looked away. 5. The final truth. What do you want from me? She asked. I stared at her. Really stared. At the woman I once would have given my life for. The woman I imagined growing old with. The woman I thought would break only if I broke first. I want honesty, I said. She hesitated. Okay. Did you love him? She clenched her jaw. Answer me, I said. I don't know, she whispered. Would you have left me for him? Silence. She didn't need to answer. Her silence was a confession louder than words. 6. My reply that stunned her. I sat down on the couch, elbows on my knees, and let the weight of everything settle. You think, I said slowly, that the worst part of this is the cheating. She looked confused. Defensive. But I continued. It's not, I said. The worst part is that you stopped fighting for us long before this happened. That's not fair. It's the truth. She stepped closer, tears finally spilling. I didn't know how to fix us. You didn't try. She flinched. And you want to know what's worse? I asked quietly. She swallowed, frozen. You didn't break my heart today, I said. You finished breaking something that was already half broken because you wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't look at me, wouldn't let me in. Her lips trembled. Don't say that. You want to know my real reply? Yes. She nodded, terrified of what would come next. I stood, walked up to her until I was close enough to see the tiny veins in her eyes. And then I said the words that made her step back as if struck. You didn't choose him over me. You chose the attention he gave you over the love I gave you. That's not passion. That's insecurity. Her face crumpled. And here's what will stun you even more, I whispered. I'm not fighting for you. Not this time. Because a marriage only works when both people hold on. But you let go long before I ever knew I was falling. She covered her mouth, sobbing. I didn't touch her. For months, I said. I was begging for scraps of a woman who wasn't mine anymore. And you didn't even notice. Please, she whispered. No, I said softly. You already made your choice. 7. The end we didn't see coming. She sank onto the chair, shaking. I don't want to lose you. You already did. Can't we fix this? I shook my head. You broke something trust can't rebuild. She stared at me through red, swollen eyes. So that's it. That's it, I said quietly. I'm done chasing what doesn't want to stay. She let out a sound, half sob, half gasp. I never thought you'd leave, she whispered. That was the problem, I said. You counted on my loyalty while giving yours to someone else. Her entire body collapsed inward, shoulders trembling violently. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, I said softly. But sorry doesn't always mean repaired. Sometimes it just means too late. Walking away. Packed a small bag. Only essentials. Only what I needed to breathe without drowning in memories. She stood in the doorway, tears streaming down her face. Please don't go. Please. I didn't look back as I said. You slept with him. Open the door. And you would have done it again. She sobbed harder. I stepped out. And that, I said, told me everything I needed to know. The door closed behind me with a soft click. A gentle, almost tender sound. But it was the loudest ending of my life.